Hi guy, welcome to B&B Spoilers and News channel. Today we will talk about. We were able to track down 2 new teaser descriptions for the October 16, 2020 installment of the very generous CBS folks. So, let's get started with these right now. First off, it looks like tomorrow's new episode, Friday, October 16, 2020, will feature some very intense, dramatic, and interesting scenes as Steffy and Liam have a big showdown with Finn. Liam is totally shocked by Hope when she calls him on his BS, and more. We're going to start this spoiler session with the Steffy and Liam situation. Those of you who have seen today's episode know that it ended when Liam tried to tell Steffy that Finn wasn't right for her because he put his life into it, danger, etc. Steffy looked rather gentle as she just smiled, saying it wasn't true. This scene will certainly continue in the new installment tomorrow, and it looks like it's going to get a lot more intense than what we saw today. Apparently, Liam is going to push his limits by trying to demand something from Steffy regarding Finn. Whatever the request, Steffy will go on the defensive and defend himself. The official CBS description for this last Steffy and Liam script tells us, Steffy fights back when Liam makes a request about Finn. Another description reads, when Liam makes a request regarding Finn, Steffy defends himself. How intense and crazy will this scene get? This is the main question that we will seek to see answered in this episode. Either way, it totally sounds like a ton of drama in this story. At this time, we have no further details on Steffy and Liam's current turmoil beyond this episode. However, we expect CBS to launch another big set of spoiler scoops tomorrow. So, we should have more to tell you by then. The second and final spoiler teaser lets us know that Hope is going to have her last nerve, all excited by Liam's obsession with protecting this grown woman Steffy. This will make Hope call Liam on his BS, and he will be very shocked and taken back by him. CBS's description for this last Hope and Liam script tells us, Liam is stunned when Hope calls him about his overprotecting with Steffy. Another description reads, Hope stuns Liam when she calls out to him about his overprotective nature towards Steffy. We were able to get a little more information about this debacle from Hope and Liam. We officially hear that Hope will continue to chastise Liam for not worrying about her own affairs when it comes to Steffy's burgeoning love life with Finn. Beyond that, we'll have to wait and see what happens next. We imagine there will be more drama on the way. Again, we should get more official CBS spoiler teasers tomorrow. Liam said Steffy was vulnerable and had just come out of rehab. Liam thought that Finn, as a doctor, should know not to force a relationship on him. Finn denied pushing anything. Liam argued that Finn was there and brought Liam's daughter there without even asking. Finn insisted he wasn't pressuring Steffy, but Liam claimed it wasn't Steffy's job to see him. It was Finn's job to see that she needed space and time. Finn thought Liam had a bad impression of Finn. Finn explained that, some time ago, he tried to end his professional relationship with Steffy because of his feelings for her. However, she hadn't wanted to lose him as a doctor or for him to come out. Steffy came out of Kelly's room, saying the girl had fallen asleep while they were reading together. Feeling the tension, she asked if everything was okay. The guys pretended they were okay. Liam noticed that they had heard Steffy and Kelly chatting through the monitor. Steffy felt good to be back with her daughter and didn't want Kelly to feel abandoned again. Finn said Steffy did the right thing, but Steffy feared Kelly was too young to understand why her mother had left. Liam was sure Kelly would understand later and admire Steffy for it. Steffy said she would do whatever it takes to be there for Kelly and stay on track. It looked like Kelly had grown 3 inches since Steffy had left. Liam said Kelly was winning over Douglas. Steffy had been comforted to know that Kelly had been with his family, and Steffy was grateful that he and Hope had watched Kelly. Liam replied that he was Kelly's father. Steffy thanked Finn for surprising her and for having Amelia bring Kelly home. Steffy said he knew exactly what she needed. Liam rolled his eyes. He asked if Finn would understand that Liam wanted a moment with Steffy since she had reunited with their daughter. Finn agreed and said he would come back later. Steffy replied that she would like that. Finn is gone, and Liam said it was good to see Steffy with Kelly. Steffy thanked him again for looking at Kelly. He replied that he would always be there for Steffy. Steffy said he looked confused. She thought it had to do with Finn. Immediately, Liam admitted that he was married to Hope and had no right to dictate his love life to her. However, he was Kelly's father and would care about Steffy for the rest of his life. It was difficult for him to say nothing when he saw problems. With Finn. Steffy asked. Liam pretended to know that Steffy liked the guy and why, but in Liam's mind, Finn had crossed a line. Steffy disagreed that Finn had done anything inappropriate. Liam told Steffy his theory that Finn should have seen the signs of her addiction instead of prescribing more pills, but Finn didn't because he had been too busy trying to date her. Steffy said she was the one who lied, not Finn. It was part of the illness, and Finn didn't know she had been drinking pills. Hope said Steffy had to choose who she spent time with, and Thomas pointed out that Liam just felt protective of Kelly Spencer. Still, Hope said John Finnegan seemed like a good fit. He was an accomplished, caring and sensitive doctor. Hope thought Steffy needed a little excitement after the past 2 months and that everyone wanted love. Thomas thought Finn and Steffy weren't quite at this point yet, but Hope said he seemed to be heading in that direction. Zende Forrester Dominguez walked into the office with some design sketches for Hope to go through. Hope made a big deal out of the designs, which she adored, while Thomas watched intently. Hope showed Thomas the drawings and asked him what he thought about them. "Yeah, that sounds good," Thomas says, and Hope tells Zende to set up a meeting with Zoe Buckingham on the concepts. After Zende took off, Hope checked her phone but did not hear from Liam. Thomas was hoping Liam wasn't going too hard on Steffy, so Kelly could have a peaceful ride home. Hope wondered why Liam couldn't let Steffy get on with his life, especially with someone like Finn. Meanwhile, at the cliff, Finn points out to Liam that addiction happens more often than they might. Liam retorted that it had happened under Finn's watch and everything could have been avoided if Finn hadn't pursued a relationship with Steffy. Finn told Liam that he was planning to be there for a while and that he understood that Liam would be in Steffy's life forever. But Finn also said that doesn't give Liam the right to accuse him of making dangerous decisions as a doctor. Finn told Liam that he hadn't chased Steffy, and that she wanted this relationship as much as he did, and Liam is going to have to accept it. Liam complained that Steffy was vulnerable, and Finn agreed, but he maintained that Steffy had finished his program. Liam thought Finn was pushing for a relationship with Steffy, and Finn said Liam might get a bad impression of him. Finn told Liam he tried to end things with Steffy, but Steffy wouldn't let him out. Liam seemed annoyed by this. Steffy walked back into the room and immediately noticed that Liam and Finn looked stressed. Liam and Finn said they were good. Steffy thanked Liam for taking care of Kelly while she recovered, and she thanked Finn for surprising her and for having Kelly home to see her. Liam looked annoyed. Liam then insisted that he needed some time alone with Steffy, so Finn took off. Steffy thought Liam looked worried, and she guessed it had something to do with Finn. Liam said it was difficult to sit down and say nothing if he saw any problems. Problems with Finn, said Steffy with a smile. Liam then launched into his going overboard accusation against Finn, and Steffy said Finn had done nothing improper. Thanks for watching. Please like, comment, share and subscribe.